Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Aeons End 2nd Edition. I'm going up against Crooked Mask, the last nemesis from the starter box on expert difficulty. This is going to be my 10th attempt, so yeah, wish me luck. I did mix it up a little bit from the last time. Still using Brahma. I got to get her healing in there. Her special ability allows heals 4 life to either player. But I did switch out my other mage to Mist. Mist special ability will allow Brahma to draw 4 additional cards. So her hand size will go from 5 to 9, essentially, every time Mist uses her ability. So I'm trying to counteract the small hand size that gets caused by the corruption cards, Crooked Mask. Hey, Raina. If you're a good girl, I'm recording a video. If you guys are good babies, and you let me record, you'll get a treat. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Let me record my video. Alright. So this cards we're going to be using for... Hey, down. Down. Ow. That hurts. What are you doing? Hold on. I'm going to pause this one quick sec. Alright. Back. Sorry about that. So for this match, my store cards are going to be Sifter's Pearl. It's 3 cost, gain 2 Aether. Each player reveals the top card of their deck and may discard it. This is very useful for discarding corruption cards. Also took Searing Ruby. 4 cost, gain 2 Aether. Gain additional Aether that can be used for a spell, so 3. Burning Opal, 5 cost, generates 3 Aether. You can also discard a card in your hand to let an ally draw extra cards. And then Focusing Orb, focusing a player's breach, destroy this Grateful gains 3 life. And Mage's Talisman, these are my 2 go-to relics always. Gain a charge for you, yourself, and your ally. And then for spells, I took Spectral Echo, 3 cost, deal 2 damage, may destroy a card in your hand. I switched out to Ignite, 4 cost, deal 2 damage, but also generates a charge for your ally. And then Chaos Arc, 6 cost, deal 3 damage, 2 additional for each Jason prep spell. It's probably the least useful of the cards in this setup, so I actually might switch that out to like Essence Theft or something like that. And then Arcane Nexus, 7 cost, deal 4 damage, and it allows you to double cast gemstones. So super cool. So another reason I'm using Mist, I actually noticed by a little hint that I think the designers put in there, which is if you look at the Crooked Mask specific Nemesis cards, at least the tier 3 ones, the quotes are from Zaxos and Mist. So I think those are actually the mages they recommend for you. I'm trying this first, see if I can get some healing. If this doesn't work, and I'm on to the 11th video, I'll try Zaxos instead of Brahma. I don't see it working because there's just not enough healing. And I don't really think the turn order matters that much for Crooked Mask, but I'll give it a try if this one doesn't work. Alright, we're going to start with Crooked Mask, and we start with Burden. Ugh. Players collectively gain 2 corruptions. So that already screws up my starting hands. Any player focuses a breach. Mist will focus her 4th breach. And we get Mist. She's going to prep Spark. And she generates 4 Aether for a Searing Ruby. And she gets to go again. So she's going to suffer 1 damage from Contagion. Brings her to 9 life. And she may return a 0 cost card from her discard pile to her hand. She'll return a crystal. So this allows her... Okay, so I'm going to cast Spark. It's going to do 1 damage. brings Crooked Mass to 69. I will then prep Spark, and she has 4 again, and I will buy a second Searing Ruby. Wow. Okay. I need a different, like, desk material. This thing just kind of... everything slides everywhere. All right, Nemesis again. We get Woven Sky, Power 2, Unleash. Any player suffers 4 damage. You can discard 3 cards in your hand to discard that. Okay, so we do get Brahma. She's going to prep Buried Light. And she has 4 power remaining. She's also going to buy a Searing Ruby. So now they both have 2 Searing Rubies. That's a really good start to the economy. What? Oh no, that was her first turn. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so Brahma goes again. She's going to suffer 2 damage. And, oh, okay. And that gives her a free Sifter's Pearl. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So we're going to cast Buried Light. It's going to do 1 damage and generate 1 power. Prep the Spark. And then this gives us 3, so 4 power from the Buried Light, 6 power. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy 2 more Sifter's Pearls. So she now has a Ruby and 3 Sifter's Pearls for her economy. And Mist, I believe, has 2 Rubies. So that's a pretty good start. I would like to get 1 Burning Opal for each of them, for sure. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't discard to get rid of Woven Sky, but I'm going to try to. I still have 2 activations on that, so as long as I don't get a double Nemesis activation, I should be okay on that one. Okay, so we do get Nemesis first. 1 activation off of Woven Sky, and then we get the Corruptor. It's a minion with 6 life. He deals 1 damage to Gravefold every turn. And he gives you a corruption card every time you damage him. So you want to hit him with strong attacks. Okay, so we do get Mist next. She's going to cast Spark, 1 damage to Crooked Mask. She will then prep Spark, and she can discard 3 cards. Yeah. So she will discard the 2 crystals and the Garnet Shard to eliminate Woven Sky. And then the Searing Ruby generates 2 Aether, 3 towards the spell, and she will buy a Spectral Echo for 3. So still was able to discard those cards and still get something worthwhile out of it. Alright, then we get Brahma. She's going to cast Spark directly on Crooked Mask. Drops him to 66. Prep a Spark. And then she generates 3, 5, Aether, 6 towards the spell. And I will buy Burning Opal. I almost bought Mage's Talisman right there. But the reason I did that is because she is now effectively done with her economy. She's got a Ruby, she's got an Opal, and she's got 3 Sifter's Pearls. And this is actually going to give her another Sifter's Pearl. So I can just focus on relics and spells for her for now the rest of the game. Nemesis is going to go next. Corruptor does 1 damage to Gravefold, brings us to 29. And we draw a card. Bleed Static, power 3. The player with the most prep spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prep spells. So hopefully I don't forget about this time. I usually do. And end up taking a big hit. Alright, and we get Brahma again. So first, Satiable Avarice. It's going to do 2 damage. And gives her a Sifter's Pearl. Oh, and it goes into her hand, not the discard. And I'm going to slide that over to Mist. She will then cast Spark. 1 more damage, Crooked Mask, bring them to 65. She will prep Buried Light. And she has 3 Sifter's Pearls and a Crystal, which is worth 7 power. Which means she's buying an Arcane Nexus, which will, again, help her out even more with those gems a little bit, since she already has a Burning Opal and Ruby. Alright, and I get to Sifter's Pearl 3 times. She will hold on to that. We will cancel this. So that's the first. That's the second. And that's the third. Very happy so far. Alright, and we get Mist. She's going to take 1 damage, and that lets her return the Spark, which I don't even think I want to do. Yeah, I don't think I have to. So I'm just going to leave that one. I'll move that over to Brahma. She will cast Spark for 1. Brings Crooked to 64. She'll prep Spark. And then she generates 4 power, 5 towards the spell. Now she has 2 rubies. She doesn't have a Burning Opal, and she doesn't have any Sifter's Pearls. Even still, I'm going to buy Focusing Orb for 4. So, neither of them have any Focusing Orbs. Neither of them have their second breach open. So that second turn did get screwed up a little bit. So I do need to start collecting some spells. I would love to get a Chaos Arc to one-shot that Corruptor if possible. Some sparks, but I need to be able to focus my breaches to be able to do that. I do want to prioritize Sifter's Pearls. I think that's something I've been missing, because that is the best way to, even though I didn't like getting the corruptions over here, I was able to get rid of 3 of her starting cards. You know? And that was Brahma's ability. So I think Sifter's Pearls, I really need to make sure I get all 7 of those. Alright. So Brahma goes first. She's going to cast Buried Light. 1 damage to Crooked Mask. Generates 1 power as well. Prep Spark. And then she generates 3 5 power, so 6 power total. She will buy Chaos Arc. And Sifter's Pearl allows... Yeah, I don't want to take the 2 damage. Okay, we get Mist. This, I feel so much better about how this game has started. It's gone really well so far. She's going to cast Spark. Brings Crooked to 62. She will prep. Spectral Echo. Now, I haven't really used Garnet Shard, but it allows you to cast a prep spell right away. So, like, I could use that to do 2 damage and then destroy Crystal if I wanted to. Or I could generate 1 power with it. So this is 3 5 power, 6 towards a spell. So I could grab a Mage's Talisman or Chaos Arc. I'm going to grab a Mage's Talisman for 5. I love the Chaos Arc. I want it. But no one has any breaches open. So it's just a 3 damage spell right now. And I don't have the focusing orbs yet either. Here's my first one. Okay. We do get missed again. So she will cast Spectral Echo. That will do 2 damage. To Crooked Mask, she will destroy a spark as well. She'll prep a spark. She'll use the focusing orb. Yeah, okay. She'll use the focusing orb and the 2 crystals to focus twice. I know it only costs 3 to open, but still. All right, Nemesis. So Corruptor's going to activate, do 1 damage to Gravehold, and we take the first power token off the Bleed Static. Then we get Tempt. Player with the most crystals in hand discards all their crystals, suffers 3 damage. It's going to be Brahma. That's 3. And she takes 3 damage, which only leaves her with 3 life. Not very good. But she can take any card worth 4. And she will take a focusing orb. And Nemesis does get to go again. 1 damage to Gravehold. Bleed Static. And we draw. Unleash. Gravehold suffers 3 damage, so we'll do the 3 damage first. This is 24. And the single Unleash, we're going to give that to Mist, the Corruption card. I don't want to add any Corruption cards to Brahma right now until I'm able to heal her. So I guess part of the strategy using these 2 is I'm really happy I was able to get the economy cards I got on Brahma. That's going to help me to power up her special ability. So I got so I can get Mage's Talisman's Ignites with Mist to help Brahma power up, give her extra cards to have her power up, and then she can heal both of them. And just, if she can keep their life up, then those Corruption cards aren't very dangerous. Yeah. I can use the Focusing Orbs to heal 15 to Gravehold, but I got to keep my Mage's life up first. So in a weird way, Mist kind of helps each player. Will help Brahma keep her charges up. A little differently than Zaxos does, but yeah. All right, so that was Unleash Grave. Yep, so that's the end of that Nemesis turn. Why does she only have 3 cards? Oh, right, because she had to discard the previous Nemesis turn. Okay. And then it is Brahma's turn. She's going to cast Spark, 1 damage. Brings Crooked to 59. And then I have 5 power here, 6 towards a spell. Take a second Burning Opal. Now we're talking. Look at that hand. Ooh, sexy. I do need to start getting some damaging spells. I didn't grab very many Spectral Echoes. Brahma has 1 Chaos Arc and an Arcane Nexus. I would like to get some Chaos Arcs. Mist, maybe. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Mist first. She's going to start with Insatiable Avarice. She takes 2 damage, and she gains a Sifter's Pearl. Oh, and that Sifter's Pearl goes to her hand. Right. She will then cast Spark for 1. Brings Crooked Mass to 58. She'll prep Spark. And then she generates 2, 4, 6 power, 7 towards a spell, which means Arcane Nexus. And they each get to reveal because of the Sifter's Pearl. So she will discard. Not too shabby. Brahma will prep Arcane Nexus, and then she has 3 Sifter's Pearls, which is worth 6 power, and she will buy 3 charges. And that allows me to sift 3 times. Yes. Yes. No. Actually, I think these go under. Nemesis gets to go. Corruptor does 1 damage. Bleed Static, I did forget about it. But luckily I only have 1 spell prepped each. I'm going to have Mist take that. So she's going to drop from 6 to 4 life. Yep. And then we draw. Pulverizing Ray, power 1. Gravehold suffers 18 damage. The players may collectively discard up to 6 gems, preventing 3 damage for every gem discarded in that way. I wasn't actually reading that off the card, but off memory, because I've been playing this a lot. Ooh, sorry. That actually goes here, but so double Nemesis. Corruptor does 1 damage. Pulverizing Ray activates. So 1, 3, that's 4, 5, 6. It's unfortunate, but it prevents all damage. Okay. Blind and Bend does 1 damage to Mist. And we're going to put that on Brahma. She then casts Spark for 1 damage. Brings Crooked Mass 57. Prep Spectral Echo, and she's going to use the Mage's Talisman, which will give each of them 1 charge. And we get Brahma. I forgot to use the Arcane Nexus double mate. She would have enough. Damn it. So I was supposed to use that to double cast one of the Sifter's Pearls, and I would have gotten an additional 2 power, and she would have had her ability. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that again. That's really unfortunate. Man. That kind of pisses me off. Alright, but I can't go back. So Arcane Nexus is going to deal 4 damage. That's going to... I'm not going to hit the Corruptor with it. I wanted to, but it's too risky. 53. Because that Corruption card that I gained could kill Brahma. So I'm just going to do the 4 damage and then prep the Chaos Arc. Man, that's a costly mistake right there. Can't believe I did that. I mean, that's the biggest benefit. 7 costs for a 4 damage spell is very high. You can actually, you have the Phoenix Flame is a 3 cost spell that can do 4 damage if you pay an extra 2 every time you cast it. Or use a charge. So Nemesis gets to go. Corruptor does 1 damage. And we draw a card. To discard Discard 4 cards in hand, draw 1. Power 2. Gravehold gains 3 life. Crooked Mask gains 13. Alright, let me get missed. Insatiable Avarice takes 2 damage. Gains a Sifter's Pearl. Leaves her with only 1 life, though. So she will cast Spectral Echo, deal 2 damage, directly at Crooked Mask. Brings me to 51. And she will destroy this crystal. She will use Focusing Orb on her 3rd breach. Prep a Spark. And she generates 3 power. And she will buy a Sifter's Pearl. Gotta get their charges up. Okay, luckily. Okay, this is good. I think. I don't know. I'm not going to cast Chaos Arc. I will use the Focusing Orb, however, to focus our 2nd breach. So I can prep that Spark to it. And then I will use this to buy a single charge, which I will use to heal Mist 4, bringing her back up to 5 life. Okay, that's pretty nice. There we go. Look at that. That's 8, 10, 11 Aether. Okay. We do get Mist next. She will cast Spark for 1. 2 Crooked Mask, brings them to 50. Okay. This isn't too bad. She'll prep Arcane Nexus. That allows me to double cast one of my gems. Now that I remember. I guess I'll use it on the Ruby. So this is worth, so essentially there's 2 rubies, so 4 Aether, 6 towards the spell, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 8 Aether, 10 towards the spell. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, 8, 10 towards the spell. Whew. Do I grab 2 Focusing Orbs? It's pretty tempting. I could grab Mage's Talisman with a Spectral Echo. Or I could grab Chaos Arc with an Ignite, which would also be pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Chaos Arc and the Ignite. I don't have a lot of spells for Mist right now. Okay. Oh, wow. It's like there's no Nemesis cards in here. That's Brahma. Cool. She's got no Chaos cards. So she's going to cast Chaos Arc, which is going to do 5 damage because of the Spark additional to it, and then she'll cast it, the Spark, for 1. So that will do the 6 damage needed to kill the Corruptor. So he's gone. She does gain 2 Corruption cards, though. 1 and 2 on top of her deck. But she then generates 6, 8, 10 Aether, 11 towards a spell. Or 11 Aether, 12 towards a spell, which would be pretty cool. I could buy like 2 Chaos Arcs. Very cool. But in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to discard the crystal using the Burning Opal special ability, which allows Miss to draw a card. Mage's Talisman, very nice. And this is worth 10 Aether. We will use all of that to purchase charges, and then she will use her special ability on herself, and that will heal her from 3 to 7 life. Then the Sifter's Pearl activates. Oh, yes. And that's that. So, Brahma's at 7 life, Miss is at 5, Gravehold's at 21. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Breaches are not in a good spot right now, especially Brahma's. But I don't have too many, so let's just take stock of the situation real quick. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corruption cards are still out of the 11, so that means only 5 of them are in my 2 decks. That's really good. Even if Twisted Madness goes off, I'm not super concerned about it. Because I actually have him down to 50 already, which is kind of crazy. And Gravehold's at 21. So I'm happy with Gravehold's life. I'm happy with my Mage's life. And I'm happy with Crooked Mask's life. And I have now started, and I'm real happy with my economy. I have all the Sifter's Pearls. And I have 3 rubies. And 2 Burning Opals? Oh, they're both in Brahmas. And I'm starting to do okay on spells. I have 2 Chaos Arcs, 2 Arcane Nexuses. So, yeah, 1 Ignite, and 1 Spectral Echo. So, not perfect, but I feel like I should be focusing on Mage's Talismans, Focusing Orbs, getting them each, another Arcane Nexus, Chaos. Get 1 Ignite, 1 Chaos Arc, 1 Arcane Nexus each, and then buy all the Focusing Orbs and Mage's Talismans. If that's possible. I'm really, really happy I got Brahma's ability off twice. I think that's going to make a huge difference. So, yeah. Feel good. Did I already go? Yes, I already did. Yeah. I just bought the healing. Right. So, Nemesis' turn. Take 1 token off of the Twisting Madness, and we draw Lay Waste. Unleash twice. Any player suffers 2 damage. So I got that just in the nick of time. Brahma's going to take that, because this is going to do another 3 damage, so that she needs to get her ability right back up again. And the double Unleash, so there's a corruption card for each of them. So I feel good. My odds of winning this game, I'd still put it around 40%. So I'm not super focused on my A game right now, but I feel pretty good. Having, I have 2 Focusing Orbs, 1 Mage's Talisman. But my economy is really strong. So I feel like I should be able to get some of those cards relatively easily. And also, because I grabbed all the Sifter's Pearls, that means if I get that corruption card again, the one that makes me take 2 damage, and then I gain a gem, it'll be giving me certain rubies from now on for the rest of the game. So that's a little unintended benefit. Yeah, that's all cards. Okay. So I'm pretty happy. Especially considering how poorly some of these other games have gotten. I mean, just getting them down to 50 life is not something I've really done very, very often. Maybe once. The first 9 games. Alright, Nemesis does get to go. So that activates Twisting Madness. Gravehold gains 3 life and goes up to 24. And Crooked Mask gains 13. which is bad, but it's not horrible. And he only goes up to 63. But then he draws a card. Pain Sower, 11 life. Any player suffers 2 damage. Different player focuses a breach. So I want to get rid of him. The other thing I'm worried about now is it's gotten pretty late, and I haven't gotten that card, that Nemesis card where you discard 2 Nemesis cards. So I'm worried that that's going to pop, and I'm going to discard tier 3 cards, causing damage to Gravehold. Ooh, I don't like that. Mist is going to take the damage. So 3 damage, or 2 damage, sorry, leaving her with 3 life. And that's going to allow Brahma to focus a breach. Fourth breach. Oh, and we draw a card. Nidama, 11 life. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So that's not great. I got to get rid of these minions real quick. All right, we're starting with Mist. Okay. We will cast Arcane Nexus. That does 4 damage. Start with the Pain Sower. Brings him to 7. We'll prep Spark. We will use Mage's Talisman. Gives them each charge. And she then generates 5 power, 6 towards a spell. What do you think, guys? Mage's Talisman, Burning Opal, Chaos Arc. Or, yeah, if it was worth 3 charge, if it was 6, I would just activate her special ability. I'm going to get Mage's Talisman. Double up on him. Okay, Brahma. Discard 2 non-corruption cards. Suffer 2 damage. Brings it to 3. I can then shuffle a turn order card back into the deck. Do it with either of them. I think I want to do it with her. Because I need some healing. But then return any card that costs 0 to your hand. Take 1 damage. Alright, I'm going to move this over. So then she prep Spark, Sifter's Pearl. She will spend on a single charge. But it does allow them to discard. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, I get confused because I moved the 1. Okay. Mist's turn. She's going to cast Spark, do 1 damage to the Pain Sower. She'll prep Ignite. And then this is worth 4, 5, 6 power. Perfect. She will power up her special ability and use it. An ally draws 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, 3 corruption cards and a crystal. I just killed her. No, I didn't. Jeez, that's crazy. Kind of hurt my soul a little bit. Yeah. And the Sifter's Pearl activates, and they will both hold onto that. Ugh. Okay. Brahma. It's going to suffer 1 damage and destroy a crystal using Blight and Absorption. She'll send that over there. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Focus a breach. I'll open Brahma's 4th. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Look at the top card of your deck. You may destroy it. I will not. Okay. That's it. So she will cast Spark for 1 for the Pain Sower. She'll prep Arcane Nexus. And then she generates 8 power. Pretty cool. I wish I could buy cards, but I will buy 4 charges. She'll use 3 to activate her ability. Heal herself by 4. And the remaining 2 allows her to buy additional charge. Oh, and Arcane Nexus actually activates again, reactivates a Burning Opal. And with that 3, I'll buy Spectral Echo? Maybe. No, I'll buy another charge. Gotta keep that life up. That's the only way. Alright, and Brahma again. Very cool. So she will cast Arcane Nexus, which will do 5 and kill the Pain Sower. So that takes that threat off the board. So that's really good. She will then prep Chaos Arc, spend 2 crystal to focus her second breach, and she will prep Spark and Buried Light. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm liking it. I feel like I'm close to getting over that hump. Get another heal in on Mist. And get these creatures out of the way. And I'm going to start laying the smackdown pretty soon. I better, because he's getting the tier 3 cards real quick. Alright. Mist first. She's going to cast Ignite. That's going to do 2 damage to the Nidoma. Drops him to 9. But it generates a charge for Brahma. Then I'm going to prep Chaos Arc, Spectral Echo. Focusing Orb is going to focus her third breach, allowing her to prep a Spark. So that Chaos Arc is now charged up to 7 damage. And she has a Sifter's Pearl, which she will use to buy a charge. And Sifter's Pearl special ability activates, and they will both keep. So I'm starting to... Ooh. Damn. So I need Brahma to activate again before Mist, so I can heal her, or she's going to become exhausted from those corruption cards. So, yes. Yes. So that worked out. Okay. This Chaos Arc is going to do 5 damage. The Spark 1 and the Buried Light 2. So that's almost. Is that right? 3, 5, 6, 8. Yep. So 8 damage to the Nidomal, leaves him with 1 life. That also generates 1 power. Focusing Orb is going to open that second breach. And then I generate 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 from the Buried Light. So I will buy 2 charges, activate her special ability, heal Mist by 4, bringing her from 3 to 7, and 2 more additional charges. And Sifter's Pearl activates twice, and they will both keep. Almost there. I wish I could be buying Focusing Orbs with Brahma. And Arcane Nexuses as well. But I want to just get that charge up one more time. Close. Because she's about to take some more damage. Alright, we do get Brahma again. Gravehold takes 2 damage. Brings her to 18. Focus a Breach. Discard 2 non-corruption cards. Suffer 2 damage. Drops her to 3. Shuffle any player's turn order card back into the deck. Do I want another Brahma turn. And Sifter's Pearl. Is that everything? Buys me another. Where did all my cards go? I forgot what I was doing this time. Oh, because I did discard. Right. Okay. I was like, why do I only have one card? Alright, so Sifter's Pearl buys one charge. And they both get to activate. Yep, so I will discard that one. That's enough for her special ability again. Alright, Nemesis gets to go. So Nidamoo does do 2 damage to Greyfold, brings us to 16, and we draw. Unleash twice, and Greyfold suffers 3 damage, or bring back the most recently discarded monster, which is the Pain Sower, and we will do that, unfortunately. Okay. Suffer 1 damage, deal 2. I'll kill the Nidamoo. Suffer 2 damage. Place a gem from the least expensive supply pile into my hand. So that would be a Searing Ruby. So we're still back to 3 life and 4 life. So I'm not really able to do anything with Brahma in terms of the store. All of her stuff is just buying charges, but it's keeping me alive. So walking that tightrope. All right, still not a bad play. Let's cast Chaos Arc. Does 3 damage, plus 4 because of the 2 additional spells. So that's worth 7. Spark makes it 8. And Spectral Echo makes it 10. So that's going to hit the Pain Sower, leave him with 1 life. Not too shabby. And I get to destroy this crystal. I then get to prep Arcane Nexus. And I can double cast. Yep. I'm going to double cast the Ruby. So that gives me 6 Aether, 8 towards the spell. I will take an Ignite and a Focusing Orb. I was going to take an Arcane Nexus, but the Ignite helps me get Brahma up, and I want to get Brahma's 3rd Breach up too and start destroying those Focusing Orbs. I'm okay with 16 life, but about to start taking some serious damage soon, I think. All right, cool. All right, we do get Brahma next. She's going to prep Spark. And she generates 8 power. I'm going to generate 6 power. Discard both crystals. Using the Burning Opals to give 2 draws to Mist. It's not the best, but it's all right. So 2 charges to power up her. So she's buying 3. She's going to be left with 1, and she's going to use her special ability again, and she's back up to 7 life with a single charge. Mist has 4. So keeping me in the game. And luckily, I was able to get that Arcane Nexus and Chaos Arc earlier. Okay, so Nemesis is going to do 2 damage to Brahma. Brings her to 5. And that's going to open the 3rd Breach from Mist. And then we draw a card. Vex, this is the one. Discard the top 2 cards of the Nemesis deck. 2 and a 3. That's actually kind of lucky. I got rid of the Venomite and the Bedlam Sage. So I don't have to deal with those at least. But Grateful does suffer 4 damage. So that brings us down to 12 for Grateful. And we are officially in tier 3 cards. So at this point, there is no point to buy any additional cards, just charges. Charges, that's it. But look at this. I still have 4 corruption cards I haven't gained yet. That's crazy. I've never gotten to tier 3 and been in this good shape. Granted, Crooked Mask has 63 life. He would have 50 if I had been able to get rid of that one healing card, but I feel pretty good. All right. That was unfortunate. So Pain Sower is going to hit Brahma. Bring her back to 3 life. That focuses that 4th breach. And Ruin Priest. Persistent. Any player discards 3 non-corruption cards and then gains 3 corruption cards into their hand. Holy crap, that sucks. 17 life. So I do feel like I did a really good job getting to this point, but I don't think I have enough firepower to take down the mask. But we'll see how it plays out. All right, we're going to start with Mist. First, she's going to suffer 1 damage from Contagion, which allows her to return a 0-cost card to her hand. She'll take a Spark. All right. She'll cast Arcane Nexus for 4. Man, that doesn't even let me kill the Pain Sower. On the Ruin Priest, I'm not going to waste it. I'm doing it the other way. All right. She will prep Spark to the 3rd breach. She will use 2 Mage's Talismans, so that's nice. 2 charges for each. And she then generates 5 power, 6 for its spell. She will just buy 2 charges and activate her ability. Which leaves her with 0, but allows Brahma to draw 4 cards. Okay. So that's quite the hand that Brahma has. Brahma's current hand is an Arcane Nexus, Spark, Chaos Arc, and Buried Light, as well as a Focusing Orb, 2 Sifter's Pearls, and 2 Crystals. And it is Brahma's turn. First, she will cast the Spark for 2 damage, killing the Pain Sower. A little bit of inefficiency there, but that's fine. She will then use the Focusing Orb on that 3rd breach. And then prep her spells, like so. 1 to each breach. And she then generates 4, 5, 6 power, or 3 charges. 2 to use her special ability. She will use it on herself. And that brings her back up to 7 life with a single charge. Not too shabby. Nemesis. All right. Any player discards 3 non-corruption cards. That player then gains 3 corruptions and places them into their hand. Sucks. All right, we're going to go with Brahma because she has the most life. So our next hand is 4 corruption cards with a Sifter's Pearl. Oh, and draw a card. Any player places their discard pile on top of their deck, shuffles it, and then destroys the top 4 cards of their deck, then unleash twice. I'm going to go with Mist because Brahma's corruption cards are out, so there's no chance of destroying those. And this is, yeah. This is what I mean. Like, there's nothing I can really do about that card. There's no way to block it. There's no way to discard it. It's just going to kick your butt once you get in these tier 3s. Okay. Nice. Damn. So I lost 2 Sifter's Pearls, a Mage's Talisman, and Corruption card just got discarded. And then I need to, sorry, I wasn't supposed to flip that. Oh, and Gravehold suffers 2 damage because I only had one corruption card for the unleash. For the 2 unleashes. Sorry. Okay. You get Mist turn. She's going to cast Spark for 2. The Rune Priest, that brings him down to 11. She'll prep Spark. And then she generates 6 power, which is worth 3 charges. It's okay. And Sifter's Pearl activates. Okay. It's okay, little girl. Daddy's shooting a video. Yeah, I'm shooting a video. No, it's okay. Okay, Brahma's turn. Let's see how this goes. No. No. No punch. You don't get treats if you're like that. You gotta let me finish the video. Okay. Gravehold's gonna take 2 damage. Resist 8. And it focuses a breach. Suffer 1 damage. Gain 1 charge. Leaves you 6. Gain a spell from any supply pile. Arcane Nexus. Gain 3 corruption cards. Place them on top of your deck. Can't do that, so that's 6 damage. 2 Gravehold brings us down to 2. Gain a relic from any supply pile and place it on top of your deck. I'm going to take Focusing Orb because it's a little bit cheaper. But I take 2 damage. Brings me from 6 to 4. Then I get to cast. Cool. So he has 11 life. This Chaos Arc's going to do 3, 5, 7. Yeah, so the Chaos Arc and the Arcane Nexus does 5. So these 2 together will kill the Ruin Priest. Okay. Be patient. I'll be done soon. Buried Light and Spark will do 2 damage. Brings Crooked Mass to 61. At least I got the creatures out of the way. And Sifter's Pearl will buy me 1 charge. I have actually 3 power, but hey, there's no barking. No barking. Keep that. And we will discard that from the Sifter's Pearl. I apologize for her barking. I'm working on it. That's going to lose me the game. If Brahma activates before Mist. Oh, no, I lost the game. That sucks. So this will destroy Gravehold on Mist's activation. This will destroy Gravehold on Brahma's activation. They both have Focusing Orbs, so I could heal Gravehold by 9 between the two of them. But there's no way for me to do that, I don't think. I'm going to play it anyway. Maybe I get a Nemesis card and it does something weird. Gets rid of one of those corruption cards or heals Greyfold or something. I don't know. Nope. Brahma activates. Grimsight activates. Does 2 damage to Greyfold. That's a loss. Huh. So I really like this game. This was definitely the closest I've ever come to defeating him, even though he has 61 life. I didn't feel behind that 8-ball. I felt very, very controlled. I needed to get a little bit more damage early. I misplayed that first Arcane Nexus, and that really cost me. I feel like that would have really helped. Maybe getting, I don't know. I got the economy going so good. It was a solid effort. I think I might swap out Chaos Arc for something. No, I like Chaos Arc. Everything was useful. Everything was good. I didn't really use Spectral Echo, but it makes a huge difference grabbing all of those Sifter's Pearls. I think that's going to be an early focus. If I have 3, I grab Sifter's Pearl. If I have a 4, I grab a Ruby. If I have a 5, I grab an Opal. If I get 6, I grab 2 Sifter's Pearls. And if I get 7, I get an Arcane Nexus. And that's just kind of the early game. And then switch to Focusing Orbs as soon as I can. But even though I didn't get Focusing Orbs that early, and I never actually got all my breaches open, which may have cost me the game because then I would have started healing, but it wasn't like I had a lot of spells that I couldn't cast. So I feel pretty good about it. I did get some decent charge generation. I wish I got a few more spells. I think I might swap Spectral Echo. I don't know what for though. Yeah. No, I'm pretty happy with this. I could go with Zaxos, because now Zaxos is charging up Miss ability, so the Miss ability is just giving them extra cards. But then how would I heal? There's no way you could heal with Essence Theft at any decent clip. I think I'm going to try this same setup one more time. I don't really want to change anything except maybe how I approach it. I could swap out. No. I really like this setup. I think I'm going to give it another try. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You're the best. Come back and watch me for attempt number 10. All right, guys. Be good. Love you.